previous one, and now I click on this and it should come up. Okay, then a little bit later, there we go, a little bit later, and a little bit later. So that's how that worked, is it was just like one after another, just with some delay. But going back, presented by Church Tech U, it's the ProPresenter Show. On today's show, another way to animate text in ProPresenter. Hi, and welcome again to the ProPresenter Show. This is the show where I teach all about ProPresenter. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. And before we get started, if you've ever wanted to do something kind of fun with the text, animate it, have different things coming in at different times, go ahead, leave me a comment below. Tell me all about it. And while you're there, like and subscribe, etc. So, this is actually something that someone was saying, hey, I did some animation of some text, and the problem is I use multiple text boxes, and as a result of that, the on the stage screen, it's just not looking right. Is there any way that I could animate multiple sections of a single text box? And I came up with an idea to put the whole text in the notes section. Some other people were saying, well, I would just make sure that the text boxes are in the appropriate order, top to bottom, etc. And then he went off and he played around and came up with this, which is much more elegant and kind of solves the entire problem. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is just it. So let's head over to the computer and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So here we are in ProPresenter, and let me see if I can't find the song that I did this on. Okay, so this is the slide right here. So first off, if we look, I've got my stage screen showing up, and I go to that, and it looks totally normal for the purposes of the people that are singing the words. So they don't have to see any of the funkiness that I've done on the other screen. And so let's check the congregation screen right here. And let me go through that once again and show you what it looks like, the end product. So click on this one, doesn't have anything special on it. This one does. Now watch what happens when I do that. Notice how it's just flying in and it's automatically coming in different pieces and parts. So how did I do that? Well, let's go ahead and let's just choose any other slide. Let's choose this one. I don't know why, just because. So I'm going to right click and select edit slide. I can also just click edit up here. Either way, I just normally do the right click because right click to select it, and then it just makes it easier. It goes directly to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the text box here. Then what I want to do, having selected that, is I want to select the words and or phrases that I want to animate in groups. Now it is going to happen left to right, top to bottom. So it's going to be maybe death is swallowed up forever by the fury of your love. So let's do that. Let's just select this, death, and then I'm just going to do Command U on my Mac. Control U on Windows would do it. I could also click on this button right over here. Either way, is swallowed up. I'm going to do the exact same thing again. Forever again by the fury again and of your love again. So it's a little hard to see the underlines here. That's because I've got a stroke on the outside of the letters, and for whatever reason, Renewed Vision has decided the color of the stroke is the color of the underline. Well, little bonus tip, if you go up here to this gear icon and select Custom Underline Color, you can select whatever color you wanted the underline to be. But that doesn't help what I'm trying to do here. What I'm actually trying to do is hide that I have underlined it. So while I'm here on the Mac, I can go and click on this button, and this makes it transparent, or you can click on this and lower the opacity to 0. Either way does the exact same thing. And you can, on Windows, you click the little color swatch. There's an advanced choice and then a little A slider that you need to check. It does the exact same thing, just Renewed Vision had to write the color picker for Windows because there is no Windows color picker, whereas on Mac there is, so they chose that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all here, click here, and make sure that this is the color that is selected. Yeah, so for whatever reason that didn't work, so let's try that. Do you like these videos, but you'd really like to learn from me in person? Well, I've got some great news for you. I am traveling around the country and maybe even around the world training churches on how to use ProPresenter. So I've got a either a 1 or a 1.5 day class that you can attend. For more details, head on over to TDM.fyi/events24, the top one right here, and register for the event nearest you. If there is no event that's near you, no problem. You can request one. So head on over to tdm.fyi/class request. That's this one down here. And you can say, hey, I'm interested in attending a class, or even I'm interested in hosting a class. Up to you which you prefer. In the last one, that is just information. It's not obligation, so don't hesitate to put your information in there, and I'll let you know when there's a class in your area, or we'll talk about what it takes to host a class. It's probably a lot less than you imagine that it is. So head over there, and I look forward to meeting you in person. Right here, custom underline color, and just to show you that this will also work, I click on the color wheel and drag that down, and that makes that go away. Now, what does that buy us? First off, notice that as I had an individual word highlighted, then I did the underline, it would just underline one word. Or if I did multiple words and then did the underline, it would underline those words separated. So having done that, this looks the same. But now if I go up here to build, and let's add a build, let's just do dissolve. Right now I've got my text set as the transition for the slides layer set to cut. So we're going to do dissolve just so that it's obvious. And where it says delivery, change all at once to underline. And you might see where I'm going with this. This will basically do exactly the same thing as like a fill in the blank, but it's going to come in, each section that was underlined separately will come in separately. So let me hide myself real quick right here. And this first one, I want it to come in not on click, but with the slide. Then the next one, death, I want that to come in after build 1. And let's put a little delay on it. Let's say 0.5 seconds. So death comes in after that, and then let's do swallowed up. Let's see if we can make that do a 2-second delay there, not on click, but after build 2, forever. After build 3, let's do 1 second. I'm just making these up. I could, as I was playing with this, I could tweak this to make it look better with the actual song, but I'm just going to go through, and then after build 4, let's say 1 second, and of your love after build 5, 1.5 seconds. Okay. Now, let's go back here into show mode, and we can select that particular slide, which is this one right here. So let's go to the previous one, and now I click on this and it should come up. Okay, then it'll be a little bit later. There we go. A little bit later and a little bit later. So that's how that worked. Is it was just like one after another, just with some delay. But going back to the stage screen, notice next slide looks perfectly normal, and then when I'm on the slide it looks perfectly normal. So that's how I did that. I basically used the underline build, which was originally envisioned as like a fill in the blank. If your pastor's a fan of Rick Warren, I think that was the first nationally known pastor that gave out sermon notes with just blanks so that people would fill in the blank, because some people just, it bugs them that it's unfinished, and so they pay more attention. So that was the initial thought behind that feature, but we're repurposing it to do this. If you like this content, you'd probably like my ProPresenter Quick Start course. So head on over to TDM.fyi/proquick. Give me your name and email address, and I'll make a login for you for free for that course. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford from TrinityDigitalMedia.com and ChurchTechU.com, reminding you to go out and change eternity.